Hey there, Easterlingers. Hope you're having a good day. So, continuing painting my Dweghom army, and these are the Fireforged from Conquest, Last Argument of Kings. I'm pretty much just painting the ones I need for First Blood, and they are primed in Army Painter's Army Green. And we're going to be doing a dry brush of Niblet Green, just to get and if you get anywhere else, it doesn't matter because we're going to be covering up with a lot of paints anyways. But it's just to give that green a little bit more depth to it. Plus, what we're going to put as the wash coming up right now is the military shader. It's going to give it like a natural highlight as well underneath. And because we're not doing like speed paints or anything on this there. It's army green. It's a little hard to cover up with speed paints. But if you use a green contrast or a green speed paint, it would probably work anyways. But the military shader, I actually tried a few other contrasts. You might see them spinning at the end. You saw the picture at the beginning. You'll notice a bit of a difference in the green. I also tried a different dry brush. I don't remember which one it was I used. Not dry brush, but like a dry paint. I don't remember which one. So now we're starting off with some Cryptic Armor Shade Gloss. We're putting this on random parts, and mostly the cannon I'm using this on because it gives it a nice shiny metallic, like bronzy or dirty metallic, which is really cool for these dwarves. And I do like their armor, some of it. I do some random parts here and there with it. And again, it's like this game really lets your creativity come out. I mean, in Warhammer, if you have blue Space Marines, you got to paint them blue. These guys, they were not green in the artwork. They're totally different. I just decided I'm going with green, and I'm giving them a very like Forge-like look. This, by the way, is the standard bearer. All the other ones are just regulars. There's also a leader. But I'm just showing you how I painted this one. But you'll see I painted like 4 more. I have 12 of these guys to paint. Garagak Sewer now. I'm just putting some of this where like the what is it there? Oh, I can't think of the word. But anyways, those little nooks and crannies there. And we're using some Jasper skin from the Armor Painter Skin Tone paint set. This got an orangey red look to it. And I found for these dwarves, it was like really cool for this. Like you saw on that video, I tested all the different paint skins. I think I used this one, but I like this one on these guys because, like, you know, they're fire forged. You're working in with fire. They probably got a lot of ash on them or cinder or whatever. So I think their skin is a little bit more burnt color, a little bit more tanned. You know, maybe they're getting a lot of rays from all the fire. I don't think it works that way, but I just found it matched these dwarves. I found it gave them a really cool undertone there, and it kind of contrasted with all the green, right? Like I think if I would have went a little lighter, it would have been too much, but I found that this color was perfect. I get the eyes underneath the helmet, the mouth there, and even if I touch a bit of the other spots, I'm going to be covering that up with another paint after, so it's not a big deal. Plus I have the Army Painter's Army Green bottle of paint, so if I make any mistakes, I can touch it up. Uniform gray now. We're doing this on the helmet. Some of them have helmets, some of them don't have helmets. This guy has a helmet with a top piece on it, so I'm not going to do that in this color. I'm going to do it in another color, but the helmet itself I will. And then I was like, oh, what else can I put on gray on this? This was fun. You can just go, oh, you know what, I'll put this blade here. I think it's a blade. Put that on there, and like, what else can I put gray, or where else can I put color here and there? A lot of them I'm keeping green because I'm trying to just paint this army fast, but they look amazing anyways. They look intimidating to me. A little bit of Basilisk Brown now. This is for their beards, and I was going to change the color of the beards for each one, but I'm like, you know what? Let's make them like as if they're like all the same clan or something. That's why I got the same skin tone. They got the same beard color. And now we're using a little bit of Cursed Blade. This is a D&D unique metallic paint. It's like how can I say it? Like I can't even explain what color it is. But I put it on as a dry brushing on top of some of the areas I did that Cryptic Armor Shade. And in other places like the top of the helmet here, I'm just putting it on like that, just to give it a little bit more oomph. Some of the pipes here. Again, I don't even know what this standard bearer is. Some images show us that flames are coming out of that thing, but anyways, you'll see how I paint it up after, which is right now. Spaceship exterior is what I'm using on it. So I'm making it as if it's like a bunch of steam or smoke coming out of there. And I figured I'd go with a light, very light gray, by the way. This is like extremely light gray. Almost white, just to make it look like puffs of smoke coming out of there. Now, I don't know how this could have looked like fire with those big bulbs or whatever. Anyway, so I went with smoke. Like I said, there's a lot of steam coming out from all his weapons. Maybe this is a steam-powered axe or something, because it does have like a bottle on it. Who knows? I'm not much on the lore. I just like playing this game. By the way, Conquest, Last Argument of Kings, or First Blood, amazing. A little bit of Nuln Oil now just to get on the spots that I use any kind of paint. I could have used a flesh wash for the flesh and all that stuff. I just decided to go Nuln Oil on everything. And even if you hit some of the other parts that are green, that you already touched up with the armor paint, with the whatever, the military shade, not a big deal. It just gives a little bit more depth again. Creates a little bit more grimy look. So there you go. There's the standard bearer painted. And we're going to make him twist around here. Show you, I put a little bit of snow on the bottom. I put one of these tufts I bought from Gamer's Grass. I thought it was much smaller. These things are huge, and it's supposed to be winter grass. And here you go. Here's 5 of them painted up. Of the 12, I'm going to paint a couple more for First Blood and eventually get the whole army painted. I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.